Hi everyone, and thank you so much for joining me again today. In this video I will share with you what my plans are for the Western release of Lost Ark, and this is by no means a guide on what your plans should be. These are things that I want to do in game, things that excite me, and I know for sure I'm gonna have fun doing them. Guides on how to progress fast with your gear score or what the end game is all about, how gear works in general, will absolutely be available on my YouTube channel. Quite frankly, 12 hours after the servers go live, I will have my guide on the most important things you should be looking to do at endgame, assuming you have fun being fast about getting your materials and enchanting your gear, etc. So no worries about that. However, this video is about things that I've been waiting to do for many years, and now I can finally have the chance to do them. First of all, leveling up process. Well, first of all, creating my characters, right? I will be live here on YouTube a few hours before the official times they announced for release, just in case they open the servers up sooner. And I will try to be as fast leveling up. I will do it with Wilkie and Lino, which are two other very nice content creators, assuming we manage to get on the same server together. The server that I chose is Kadan. This is my main server right now. I don't have yet a backup. However, if Kadan is going to be full with 19 hours in a queue, then of course we're gonna go somewhere else. Leveling up to 50, I want to speed through it. I'm going to stream the whole way, at least 14 hours, and I don't expect that it should take me more than 10 hours to get to level 50. I'm speeding up through the leveling up process just because I've already done it 30 times before. I'm not going to recommend that you are slow about it, and I'm not going to recommend that you should be fast about it. You should be whatever about it makes you happy. This is the most important thing in Lost Ark, and to be remembered for the rest of the video. It's a marathon. So the things I'm gonna do starting with day one are as follows: story and island quests. This is absolutely lovely, a piece of content that I really appreciate, and on top of everything, it's mega rewarding as well in terms of enchanting and progressing with your gear. Chaos dungeons, this is mobbing content. They have a daily cooldown, you can do 2 a day, but I'm gonna pass that daily cooldown every week just so I can get the weekly rewards that are also gear enchantment materials, which you can buy with tokens that you receive after surpassing your 2 a day. Absolutely love the content regardless, so for me it's a win-win. Daily and weekly quests is another piece of content that I enjoy doing because I like a schedule, and on top of that, again, very rewarding in terms of gear progression materials, and not only that, gold as well. Abyssal dungeons are nice as well, but this is something that's sort of friend time for me, and I'm gonna talk about my friends later. Gathering and crafting is another priority that I have. This one doesn't give you gear enchantment materials, however, it gives me personally a lot of fun, and on top of that, a nice amount of gold as well if planned correctly. So because of that, I could potentially just use the gold to purchase gear enchantment materials from the broker if I want more of them to speed up my progress even further past what I can get myself on a daily or weekly basis. And speaking about crafting, this is done on your housing plot, called Stronghold in our region. Another priority of mine starting with day one is to really take care of my housing plot, because I found out quite late that I really enjoy it, and on top of that, same as the gathering, it gives me very nice financial benefits. Furthermore, the Stronghold allows me to passively complete the Guardian raid content. That is also very valuable in terms of getting these gear progression materials, and not only that, from those materials you can also make gold as they are tradable, as opposed to many other materials, the same materials that you get around the world, which are not tradable. So Guardian raid content is quite important. However, not necessarily something that I absolutely love doing. So because of the Stronghold, completing it passively, it opens up more free time for me to focus on other things that I enjoy doing, yet at the same time get the rewards that Guardian raids offer as well. Something else that's on my radar, maybe not starting with day 1 or 2, maybe day 3, is playing an alt or several alts. I enjoy having other characters on which I can do the content I love more often. And these were my priorities for Lost Ark's release, the content that I will be doing religiously in the game. On top of that, I would like to mention that I absolutely love PvP. However, it's not one of my priorities because of two reasons. First of all, it's more important for me um, to do account things, account progression or character progression things first, and after that do PvP. And the second reason, which is actually more important than the first, is the fact that the class on which I like to do PvP, Summoner, is not yet in the game. It was removed and it will be added later down the road. We don't know exactly when. However, when that's gonna come about, I'm gonna be absolutely ready for it and absolutely ready to embrace PvP content on top of the other things that by then will just be daily activities. But the cherry on the cake, at least for me, is the fact that I will finally be able to play with my friends. This is absolutely gigantic, and I know this sounds weird because, you know, most of you who are new, you come maybe with your friends or with your guilds, or you're gonna make some. Me, in the last 3 years, I've been mostly solo, jumping from region to region, checking this out, playing there, playing that way. My friends that I used to play games with did not want to commit to this jumping around with me for 3 years. We didn't even know that we're gonna ever get Lost Ark in the West. So this for me is monumental. The fact that next week, Tuesday, or whenever they're gonna reach 50, we're gonna be able to do all of this content together. We're gonna be able to play the Abyssal Dungeons together. We're gonna be able to do the raiding together, and everything's gonna mean something because it's our region, our account, our achievements, and it's gonna be super, super nice. It's gonna feel great, and this is the thing that excites me the most about us getting Lost Ark in the West. Needless to say that reaching the content in patch 3.0, or tier 3 as we call it, is the main goal and the main focus that I have, and I will have absolutely no problem getting there at a very competitive pace, simply because many of the things that I already love and enjoy doing, such as the story and the islands and playing with my group of friends, thus having a pre-made for content makes it easier. Plus, I love to have alts and play them. So all of these things are the best things that you can possibly do in order to get there fast. And getting there fast means you're gonna do the same content, similar content as you've already done, only that rewards you with a lot more gold. Gold being very, very important in your gearing up process, enchanting process, plus not to mention that tier 3 content is actually the last content, the end game content in Lost Ark, and because of that, it's the gear that's worth wearing, you know, enchanting, working on, getting the right stats. So the sooner you get there, the faster you can begin your adventure into the real end game in Lost Ark. Having that said, I would still advise you to take it one step at a time in case you're new. I would advise you to find what's fun for you, but at the same time look into the things that also are very efficient or highly rewarding in terms of gear, enchantment materials or gold, etc. It's impossible not to find something that you love and that at the same time is rewarding, because Lost Ark does this in very many other categories. Lost Ark is all about having fun, but I do understand how you would feel compelled to take the fastest route or to rush through things just because I'm doing it and some other people are doing it and we know what to do, we have a plan. My plan is to be fast somewhere where you're not, because you're still discovering your tripods. So even if you don't enjoy doing some of the content that I enjoy, like for example alts, maybe you don't want to have alts. You will in the future for sure, but maybe not now. You have a mental blockage, right? Like most of us had when we started. It's fine. You don't have to. You're gonna be a little bit slower, or might not be slower at all, if you keep up a decent pace on a daily basis. And I'm taking a 2-day break, right, from everything. So it's not set in stone that if you're new you're gonna be slower. And on top of that, you can learn all of these things that are to do in Lost Ark to be fast, in case you're worried about it. I'm gonna have guides on these things on my channel. There's other creators who have guides and will have guides on all of the things that you need to know. So it's just a couple of guides away. You should take this as a blessing, even though you might farm and you might do things at a slower pace than everyone. That's perfectly fine, because at the end, before the next big thing comes along, most of us, you included, if you're active, are gonna be there anyway. I wish you lots of love. Thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm live here on YouTube. I have a podcast here on YouTube. I have many videos that I always upload here. And yeah, thank you so much. Again, I'll see you soon. Take care and stay safe.